What's up, everyone? Welcome back to question 2, June exam 2025, grade 12. Now let's have a look at question 2. I am Gaston Mapala right here at Maths with Gaston. Today we are given the series of 5, 7 and 9, and therefore the series continues up until 93. So now if you ever look at this, those are the first 3 terms that are given there, and then 2.2, 2.1.1 determine the general term of the series in this format. So basically they are asking us to find the general formula that will represent this pattern. 5 were given there, 7 and 9. So if you take the difference between these two, is going to give us 2. The difference 9 and 7 is going to give us 2. So therefore it means the difference is that. Therefore the first term is equals to that. You know that if it's arithmetic, they've already told us it's an arithmetic sequence. So this is the general formula we're going to use. You can simply get this one on your formula sheet. So our first term is 5. We're going to come here, substitute 5 plus n minus 1, all in brackets 2. Therefore we can remove our brackets here. 2 times n is going to be 2n, 2 times 1 and negative 2. Therefore this will have to be 2n. 5 minus 2 is equals to plus 3. Okay, so therefore this is our term here, which is n, and then here we represent it in terms of n, p and q. So therefore here it is right here. So therefore 2.1.2, it says here 2.1.2, the given series represent the number of kilometers that an athletic ran each week in preparation for an ultra marathon, right? Okay, so this is representing the number of kilometers ran each week. So let's say maybe this was week 1, the athletic ran 5 kilometers. This was week 2, and then therefore so on and so forth. Then this is week 3, and therefore this is week n, because we don't know which week is this one. And then they are saying here the athletic ran 93 kilometers in the last week of the training program. How long in weeks was the training program? So now basically what they are saying to us, if we know that this athletic ran 93 kilometers, how long would they are looking for n basically? So we already know we now have the formula here, which is 2n plus 3. We know they are asking us at 93, and then we just need to find n, which is the number of weeks thereof. Okay, so now we're gonna do this. Take 93, take 3 to the other side, gonna be left with 2n. You divide everything by 2, put this in our calculator. We'll find that n is equals to, I'm writing n is equals to how much? N will be equals to 45, but it's not just 45, it's gonna be 45 weeks, because this is given to us in terms of weeks. Okay, so 2.1.3, 2.1 said the athletic used this opportunity to raise fund for a high school. The community sponsors her 10 rand for each kilometer ran during the training program. So for each kilometer are giving her 10 rands per kilometer. All right, calculate the total. Here's the key word: the total amount the athletic raised for a school. Total means what? Total means basically sum. So they're asking us for the sum that this person ran during the training program. So in this case, you can either use this formula here, which is a plus the last term, because we know the last term, or we can also apply this one here, n over 2 in brackets 2a plus n minus 1 d. You can also use this one Not sure if I'm quoting it correctly, but you guys please let me know on the comment section below. But I think it's correct like that. So you can use either way, because here we know the last term is 93. We can simply use this one, right? So, and we also know that how many weeks did she take in the training program? She took 45 weeks. So it means here is going to be 45. It's our number of terms. The first term here is how much? It's 5. It's our first, plus 93, which is the number of kilos ran in that week. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this into our calculator. 45 over 2 in brackets 98. So therefore, number of weeks is equals to how much? The total amount of kilos ran for 45 weeks is going to give us 2,205 kilometers ran. All right, so therefore the total amount of money raised will have to be this total amount of kilometers, the total amount of kilometers multiplied by the 10 rands that she's being given per kilo. So therefore this will multiply out, cancel out. So therefore the total amount of money will have to be 22,050. So this is the total amount of money that was raised during the training program for this ultra marathon. Let me know what you guys think of this question. I think it's a very good question, practical, typical of exam question, and also practical example. So now let's move on to 2.2. All right, 2.2 says here, 2.2, the general term of a geometric sequence. They've already told us it's geometric, so we know that we're dealing with ratios here. It's if a geometric sequence is given by Tn, it's equals to 2 to the power of n plus 2, right? 2.2.1 says write down the first term. So 2.2.1a says write down the first term. So Tn, if Tn is given by this, and then the first term, they want us to find the first term. First term will have to be T is equals to 1, where n is 1 plus 2. So it's just going to be 2 to the power of 3, which is equal to 8. Okay, great stuff. So just 1 mark there. No need to waste time on this one. Now they said to us B, the common ratio. They want us to find the common ratio. So we can find the first term here is 8. So let's go ahead and find the second term. We'll just have to put 2 here. T to the power of 2, 2 to the power of 2 plus 2 will be our second term. Term number 3 will have to be T3. I'm just sticking to the basics here, guys. There's many ways you can find the ratio. So here it's 8. Then is T to the power of 4, which is going to be 16. And therefore also here T to the power of 5, which is 2 to the power of 5 rather, which is going to be 32. So our ratio in this case will have to be T2, 16 divided by 8, and then also 32 divided by 16. Great, and our ratio will be equal to 2. Right. Okay, 2.2.2.2, right, which is this one here. Calculate T20. Write down the answer as a power of 4. Okay. T20, let's go T20. Just substituting it here on our formula is going to be T20 plus 2, which is equal to 2 to the power of 22. Okay, so now in order for us to make it into write it in terms of power of 4, 2, you can remove 2 here as a common factor, you will be left with 11. So therefore 2 to the power of 2 is equals to 4 to the power of 11, and then that's our T20. Okay, please read the instruction here, guys. If you don't put it in a power of 2, they're only gonna give you a mark. Right, great stuff. So we understood that, and then we did write the way they've required us to write it. So okay, 2.2.3 is calculate. They give us a sigma notation there, power to infinity, and then n is equals to 1. I say 1 over Tn. We already know our Tn, so it simply means here the series here will have to be 1 over 8 from previous question here, guys. So they said everything all over 1, so it's also 1 over 16 and also 1 over 32. So this is our new series here. They are saying that we need to find sum. Basically in this case is the sum to infinity, right? So if this is the sum to infinity, our ratio, guys, you can work it out and check. You will see that now our ratio, initially the ratio was 2, so if everything is 1 over the formula, so it means our ratio will have to be 1 over 2 as well. So sum to infinity, it's equals to 1 over 1 minus r, so which in this case sorry, a here, not 1, a, which in this case our first term in this case will be 1 over 8 divided by 1 minus 1 over 2. Just gonna go ahead and punch this straight into our calculator. There's no need for us to waste time trying to figure out, because you won't have marks with us dealing with the fraction. If you have a question, guys, or you don't understand, please let me know on the comment section below. I am Gaston Mopala right here at Maths with Gaston, where we assist you in mathematics to make sure that you do well in mathematics, guys. I have seen that in most of my videos you guys watch and then you don't comment. Please give this video a like. It will really assist us, or just a comment to say you are enjoying the comment or you like the content. It will really encourage me to do more of these videos, right? So an answer here on my calculator, I'm getting 1 over 4. Please let me know if you've got the same answer as well, right? 2.2.4. all right, so 2.2.4. 2.2.4, I'm gonna use a different color here because my workstation is looking a little bit messy here, but the question says consider the first 21 terms of the sequence. Okay, we're gonna look at that, and then they're saying here calculate the sum of the terms in this sequence that are not powers of 4. Okay, so now let's have a look at this one. Okay, so now the first term here that we had, it was 8. Remember, it was 8. Second term, it was 16. Third term, it was 32. Okay, and so on and so on. So here this one was power of 3, this one was 2 to the power of 4, 2 to the power of 5, 2 to the power of 6, 2 to the power of 7, 2 to the power of 8, etc, 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 guys, until to 2 to the power of something, right? Okay, so now what are they saying here? They are saying calculate the sum of the terms in the sequence that are not power of 4. Okay, so if you can have a look at here, if you have a look at this, every term, this is term number 1, term number 2, term number 3, term number 4, term number 5, term number 6. All the terms that are an odd number can be factors, can be written as a power of 4. Okay, all the numbers that have got an even exponent can be written as factors of 4. Okay, so let's see. So here this would be 2 to the power of 3. Okay, and then 2 to the power of 5, and then 2 to the power of 7. So these ones that have got an odd number up until 2 to the power of 23. Okay, so these ones that have got an odd number, right, they can therefore be written as a power of 4, right? These ones, they can be written as a power of 4. So now if you were to come here and say, okay, how many of these terms are they in this pattern? All right, so now what we can do here, we can say, if we have got 23 terms here, I know some of you in the comment section, you will be asking, right? Yes. Okay, let's say if this pattern has got what, 23 terms. Okay, 23 terms. So now if it has got 23 terms, how many of these terms have got an odd power here? All right, so those that have got an odd power, there will be 11 have got an odd power. Those with an even, therefore with an even, will have to be 10 have got an even power. Okay, all right. So now if you've got those ones with an odd and even power, so we are looking for the ones with an odd. So we can come here and say, okay, no, so the sum of those that are not power of 4, we're going to have this Rn minus 1 all over Rn minus 1. So therefore our first term with an odd power will be 2 to the power of 3, and therefore our ratio in this case of an odd power, we must find the ratio. So here the ratio will be 2 to the power of 2, which is basically 4, the ratio here. So it will be 4. How many are not the power of 4? There are those with an odd number, with an odd power, so there are 11 in this case, the ones with an odd power. So therefore close bracket 4 minus 1, so therefore s to the power of 11 would have to be equal to, this is our sum right here, guys. It's going to be 1 1 on my calculator. This is what I'm getting. I hope you guys understand the question, because basically the question is asking us to calculate those that are not the power of 4. So which ones are the power of 4? The ones that are power of 4 are those that have got an even power at the top. So basically these ones that have got an even, which is an even term, rather, you see, these ones have got, so the ones that they don't have, so it means they are forming a series within a series. Therefore we use those ones to calculate what they are asking. So I think this, guys, questions like this come a lot. Which ones are odd, which ones are even, which ones are non-even numbers? So this basically, you just have to deal with them. You just have to separate them and form a series within a series and use that to calculate the other numbers. You could have put it all of them there, if, or skip the question, come back to this one if you were a bit hesitant about it. But please, guys, have a clear mind, have a clear approach on how to deal with questions like this one. I am Gaston Mapara. Let me see you on the next one, where we'll be doing question 3. I think question 3, it is still on number patterns and sequence and series. I think we'll be dealing with a quadratic.